Hey folks, good afternoon. I'm James Tatro with your Southwest Ag Grain Market Update for February 6, 2018. So sorry for not getting a video out to you guys last week. It would have been hard to do from the sunny beaches of Mexico. But enough about me, let's dive into what's happening in the market. And today's focus is on the StatsCan grain report. So currently in the market, March corn is up 4 at 362, March soys are up 14 at 983, and July 18 wheat is up 5 at 472. So as of December 31st report, total stocks for corn and soys were up considerably compared to the same date as a year ago. And to put this increase in perspective, last year was not a tight year. Total soybean stock increased to 29% from December 2016 to a record of 4.3 million metric tons. That's due to a 58% rise in on-farm stocks, while commercial stocks levels fell minus 4% to 1.5 million metric tons. This overall increase was due to record high soybean production in 2017, which came in at 7.7 million metric tons. So I'm sure the seed companies will perhaps take credit that the increase comes directly from the higher yielding new soybean varieties. And that is partially true, but we also need to know that part of the stocks increase comes from soybean exports being down off the East Coast by 350,000 metric tons from last year's numbers and continue to be very weakly bid for the spring and summer. So without an export program being started soon, the heavy farmer supplies will most likely lead to continued weakness in the US basis, and we need to hope for export support in the July-August period to mop up the farm supplies. So moving into corn, total Canadian stocks of corn totaled 12.2 million metric tons on December 31st. That's up 4.7% from the same date 1 year earlier, with both on-farm stocks increased by 4.4% to 9.2 million tons and commercial stocks up 5.8% to 3 million tons. That contributed to the increase. In Ontario, we have record high stocks on farm at 5.1 million metric tons and commercial elevators at 3 million metric tons, bringing us to a rough number of 8.1 million metric tons of corn in the province, and this is a large amount of corn to deal with. The big offset to that number is the large supply, is that at this point corn export demand has been well above average. In terms of US basis price and volume for March through July 18 shipments, we are watching the export market closely for the first signs of weakness, as any softness there will roll over to the rest of the demand market. So as of today, when you add the projected domestic demand of 5.7 million metric tons to the export demand of 1.1, you are still left with 1.2 million metric tons of corn carryover in Ontario, and that could only be described as a loose plus supply plus demand. So the key takeaway for the Ontario producer is that with all these large numbers, the total available supply for sale is up substantially. This does not guarantee that the basis values will fall sharply right away. It just means that with 8.5 months left in the marketing year, there will be days or weeks where the supply available for sale that day or week will heavily outweigh the demand in the market. As we assess the situation, we see a market setting itself up for quick and brief surges in upside in basis due to the low flat price, followed by longer periods of weakness due to the weak supply and demand. So be prepared to take advantages of those swings and reward the market when you can. So this has been your Southwest Ag Grain Market Update. I'm James Tatro. Thanks for watching and have a great day.